Again.
I don't know how to. Okay, I am recording. Okay, hi, my name is Aiden Shamanor, and I'm doing a presentation on the pilgrimage to Bodh Gaya. Um, I guess we could get started. Um, the selected pilgrimage that I had is in Bihar, India. Why did I select this pilgrimage site? It's one of the most significant religious sites for Buddhists, and it's actually believed to be the places where Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. So this is obviously just like really important for the Buddhist religion. And I picked it because I just thought it would be like super cool to just like learn more about it. And because I have a lot of like Buddhist family and Buddhist friends that have talked about this pilgrimage and how important it is to them. What does my pilgrimage site look like? The Bodh Gaya contains the Mahabodhi tree and temple. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the temple is a large brick structure with a central tower that is over 55 meters tall. It's adorned with intricate carvings and has a gilded statue of the Buddha. So it definitely has a lot to offer and a lot to look at. Um, what is the spiritual and historical significance of the pilgrimage site? So the Bodh Gaya is a place where the prince Siddhartha Gautama denounced his princely life and all of his like worldly possessions, and this is where he meditated under the Bodhi tree. And then after like a long while of intense meditation, he reached enlightenment and became the Buddha, which is a central figure of Buddhism. Have any miracles or other significant religious events taken place at this pilgrimage site, and then describe them? Well, there haven't been any like miracles, I would say, in the traditional sense. The Bodhi tree and the Mahabodhi temple hold immense spiritual significance to everyone in the Buddhist religion. The tree is believed to be a direct descendant of the original tree, where the Buddha got enlightenment, and it is sacred to all Buddhists, and that's why it is a very popular um, site for religious pilgrimage, and why it's really important in the Buddhist religion for everyone in it. Why have people historically visited this pilgrimage site, and what are they hoping to get out of the experience? People usually visit the Bodh Gaya to connect with the roots of Buddhism, to speak spiritual enlightenment and experience a sense of peace and tranquility. They do this to just like really just gain like a deeper understanding about like what the Buddhist really taught and like what he really meant with his teachings, and then find inspiration in the same place where he became the enlightened one. So I guess you could say like people take the pilgrimage to the Bodh Gaya to just connect deeper with their religion, and then just see like the origins of it, and like kind of get a sense about like what happened when it like started. And yeah, and just go closer with their religion. Will I take anyone with me on my journey and explain? I would probably take a close friend or family member who shares my interest in Buddhism and its teachings. As I mentioned earlier, I have a lot of friends and family who are Buddhists. So sharing this pilgrimage and experience with someone I care about will make it a lot more meaningful to me. Because if I do take someone who shares my interest in Buddhism or is Buddhist himself, I feel like they would also be able to like add on and like explain a lot of the stuff that I may not be able to understand when I do go there. And I feel like that would be really important to me when I get to Bodh Gaya. What flights will you take to get there? Um, Research would be required to find like specific flight details. But in general, like internationally, we would fly into the Gaya airport or the Patna airport in India, and then travel by road to Beach Bodh Gaya. I researched it, and it said it wasn't like an insane drive from the Patna airport in India, so I would probably travel to the Patna airport and then just go by like taxi there. And I heard the taxi and like transportation there is actually really good, especially for tourists. Um, where would I stay? I would most likely stay at a hotel near the Mahabodhi temple. And I would make sure I have like really easy access to the pilgrimage site. So I'd probably chose a hotel like super close to it, one where it's like more accessible to like tourists, and just, yeah. What items will I need to take with you? I would probably just only bring like essentials like my passport, comfortable clothing, shoes, sandals, a camera to capture memories, and a travel guidebook, and obviously like toothpaste and toiletries and whatever else I wouldn't want to bring. And then what's the best time of year to go? The best time to visit the Bodh Gaya is during the winter when the weather is cool. And on the right, I actually put a picture of what the Bodh Gaya looks during the winter. And as you can see, it's not like snowy or anything. The weather is actually really cool. And during the other months, it's actually like a lot hotter. So I would just think it's like more uncomfortable. So that's why I chose the winter being the best time, because I feel like it would just be like a calm like breeze. How long would it take to complete the pilgrimage? The duration of the pilgrimage just depends on like what I actually plan on doing in India and like just around the time at the time. And just like the time it takes for me to like explore the land around it. But a typical visit from what I read on the web lasts between anywhere from 3 to 7 days. And then how much money do I need to save for this pilgrimage? The total cost depends on a lot of factors, including just how much the flights cost, taxis, accommodation choices like hotels, and personal spending if in case I want to get like um um what's the word? Souvenirs or things to just like commemorate the experience. But a rough estimate for an international traveler could range from 500 to 1,500, if I don't include the flight cost, because that would make it increasingly more. What fears or concerns do you have about taking the pilgrimage? Some concerns I have may include the cultural differences. Um, and definitely language barriers. I speak Malayalam, but the Bodh Gaya is more like northern India, so I don't think anyone there would speak Malayalam. And I'm not familiar with Hindi or a lot of the other like more traditional northern Indian languages. So language would definitely be a concern I have. Health and safety concerns. Every time I went to India, I've gotten like sick. So that would definitely be a thing, like just keeping clean and safe. Logistical issues, just making sure all of like my flights and taxis are like on time and like I schedule them correctly. But planning and research can definitely help tackle most of these issues and then just make sure the trip just goes more smoothly throughout the entire thing. And after conducting research, do you actually see yourself taking this pilgrimage in your lifetime? Why or why not? Yes, after conducting research, I definitely do feel more inspired to take this pilgrimage. The spiritual significance and historical importance of the Bodh Gaya is something that has a great value to me. And I just feel like going with a friend or a family member, as I said before, that has a shared interest in Buddhism would definitely be like a really great enlightening experience for me. And just seeing the um the environmental beauty of the land is just amazing. I put in a bunch of pictures of the Bodh Gaya and just like the sites around it. On the bottom here in this picture right here that I'm highlighting, it's actually like a group pilgrimage and that they all did together. And I feel like I would maybe do something like that where I have like a big group with me. And then this is just like other pictures of the landscape. I could go back into the other sides. This is another group pilgrimage to the Bodh Gaya. This is what it looked like in the winter. This is the giant statue of the ornated Buddha that I put. And then this is like the giant temple that most people actually go to. And then yeah, like I feel like it would be a lot to just see like the beautiful landscape around the Bodh Gaya and seeing all that the land has to offer. Um, but yeah, that is the end of my presentation. This is my works cited page. I hope you enjoyed it. How do I stop recording?